Well, just let me start by saying it's totally my fault.
Well, that'll save a little time.
Well, this is one of these situations where you wish you had a video camera with you because it's really quite funny. You know how you need a battery to make the camera actually functionable? You know the battery thing, the battery, you know that, the battery?
The battery?
That's the one, the battery, yeah. Well, so it's cute, actually, because in the biz, you know, in the technical show biz, you know, the parlance for such a term as a battery is a chocolate bar, right? You know that, it's a chocolate bar because it looks like a chocolate bar, you know, and but actually it tastes more like nickel and cadmium, you know. But anyway, you know, it's funny because, you know, being the cameraman, when the battery dies, you would turn to the assistant, in this case, Bill, and I would say, you know, assistant, put in another chocolate bar, you know. And it's so funny because I thought he was going to put in another battery, you know.
There's chocolate in the camera?
Exactly! Everywhere, you know. But the funny part is, you can't get the nuts or the raisins out of it.
Oh, so we have no camera?
At this time, no.
In today's Adventures with Bill, Bill is going to teach me how to do a little downhill skiing, something I've never done, and I think Bill is primarily a teacher. Now, this was interesting. In order to save time, he had actually put his skis on before he came out in my van to do the skiing, which I thought was interesting. I guess it does take quite a while to get the skis on and what have you, but, you know, I'm not really sure exactly how much time this saved in this particular case. Anyways, unclip that. There he goes. All right. But, you know, I mean, with a teacher, you teach your students, and then they have, I guess they have the choice of either doing what you say or picking a better way. I think I might go with a different way on this, but again, I'm receptive. Bill knows what he's doing here. And down we go, and then, and I just cut. Now, there's another thing, you see, you show the example of what can go wrong. I think that's valuable. Like, for example, they're picking the end off your ski. It's probably not something you choose to do, but if he shows it to the students, that's the mark of an excellent teacher. Anyway, he's got lots more skis out in the van, a lot of poles. Now that was a safety lesson. You know, and it's one that I'll remember for quite a while. Bill really was good that way. Now you got an awful lot of poles there, Bill. Yeah, I'll take that, well, I guess he knows what he's doing. Now he puts them down like Jean-Claude Keely. Yeah, all right. No tipping. Anyway, now he's showing me how to get the shoes have the holes in them with those little pins. The pins line up with the holes in the special cross-country ski things, and then he clips that down. Now, down there again, he's showing us what can go wrong. I wasn't paying that much attention up at this point. I was just kind of using logic and common sense. But I was getting mine on all right. I guess maybe that is an effective way to teach. He shows you the wrong way, and then you kind of, you feel good about it. And I was, you're doing fine. And I was feeling real good, and I thought this might be an interesting way to meet Swedish women, too, And he's moving along there. I'm not quite sure what this was about. I guess he was just kind of marking his path or what have you. But I guess this would explain why all the poles were there. Because I said I was looking more for the Swedes. Anyway, the steep hills, boy, there's a challenge. That's a tough one. He was using the poles to... Now, again, I think as a teacher, he was showing us all that things can go wrong. And I thought he was going to slide all the way back to the beginning of the course, but no, he got lucky there. He's so smart. And then I'm going along, and all of a sudden I hear a noise. I'm thinking, what's the teacher showing us? Well, for gosh sakes, the teacher's got a sense of humor. But Bill, the van. Well, I learned a great deal there, and thank you, Bill. And actually, it's a great sport. I'm having a good time, and I actually missed them there, so I'm getting better than I used to be. As far as the teacher's concerned, looks to me like it's class dismissed, right, Bill? Oh yeah.
Here's a part of the show that's dedicated and produced by teenagers. How to hurt people's feelings. Dork. Doofus. Geek. These names hurt. Tell me about it. Well, how do you stop people from verbally belittling you? Well, if it's your parents, you gotta be tactful. If it's bullies, don't say things like, sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Aww. Because they'll go right to the sticks and stones part, you know. But if it's cool people, they're the toughest. Because what do you say to them? I mean, they'll call you like, hey, toolhead. And then you say to them, there's nothing to say to them. There's nothing, right? So what I've done is I developed a list of nasty names to get true revenge of the nerds. Okay, get ready. Try some of these on for size next time you get belittled. How about Dreb? Or for the guy who's really into clothes, hey, fashionoid. For the handsome man, Klepto. For the pretty girl, Plasty. And here's just a group of random ones. These are just for fun. Niner, spoon mouth, goofball, whiz bang. Hey, lunkhead.
What you got there, Harold? Your family tree? Cool. Burn in there, Harold. All right, get ready to do our funny home video stuff, so we thought I'd visit our pal here, Buzz Sherwood, because he's always laughing. Yeah. How are you doing, Buzz?
Pretty good, Red.
Right. Oh, that's not funny.
Hey, Harold, how are you?
Oh, no.
Hey, is that thing on?
Yeah.
Really? Hey, look at this. Look at this. I've been working on stuff. Watch this.
Wait.
My grandmother did that in vaudeville.
No, that's not.
Oh, I got an idea. Here.
What?
You take this.
Yeah.
Smash it over my head really hard. Go ahead.
Oh, no,
Okay, I'll get a chair, and I'll fall out of the chair. That'll be funny.
No, that's not funny. That's not funny.
Okay,
What else you got?
Tools. I can juggle tools. Watch this. Look at this. Ready?
No,
huh?
Buzz,
You got this on it? Ready to catch it, Harold?
Buzz.
Did you get that, Harold?
Buzz.
What?
Is there maybe some kind of a cute little stunt or a trick or something you can do?
A cute stunt?
Yeah, something cute.
Me like a loop-the-loop into a hammerhead stall into an uncontrolled dive?
Yeah, can you do that?
Oh, sure! That's what happened to my last plane, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. I was gonna take this up in the plane and drop it on old man Sedgwick, but I got a better idea.
Yeah.
Hold that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Throw it in the propeller!
Oh, no, I don't think I want to do that, Buzz.
Man, you're such a wussy. Give it to me. Give me the water. Give it to me. Give me this. My plane! Brett! Yeah, my plane! I got it! Come back!
You getting this, Harold? This is great stuff. Well, there's even more good news and bad news about the funniest home video contest.
We won, didn't we? Yes, we won. I knew we'd win. I knew. I said we'd win and we won. I get to keep my job. So, you tell me the good news. Tell me.
The good news is that the television people down there took a look at our tape and have decided not to press charges. Plus, they have promised not to say anything to the authorities or the Humane Society.
We didn't win, did we? We didn't win.
The bad news is that when the tape came back, old man Sedgwick took it out for processing. So now we got no tape, we got nothing to sell, no way to raise money, and I guess we're not going to have a show next week.
Processing? He took it in for processing? What? You process film, you don't process videotape. I mean, any idiot knows that.
Well, I know you do, Harold. Old man Sedgwick is not up to speed on these newfangled gizmos, you know, like the VCR or the wheel. So now all we got is this old tape here, which is just all the mistakes and outtakes and screw-ups we did.
Oh, what idea? Maybe we just put like credits on the front of it and on the back, and it could be next week's episode.
Oh, Harold, maybe there is room for you around here, huh?
Anything to keep my job. Oh, meeting time.
Yeah, Harold, you take this and set up the VCR.
Oh, okay.
Okay, great. Boy, next week's show is going to be a real hummer, isn't it? Well, that's just my luck. He hurts himself. I don't have a camera. Anyway, if my wife is watching, I'll be coming straight home after the meeting, and maybe we can dig up that old film we've got of your dad. Remember when he went parasailing in that electrical storm? You know? And if we can't find it, maybe we can just shoot a new one. I mean, he's back in the pink since the open heart surgery. Tell him there'll be $500 in it for him. And to the rest of you, on behalf of myself and what's left of Harold, and the whole gang up here at Possum Lodge, thanks for watching, and keep your stick on the ice. Before we start the meeting tonight, Harold, pump that tape from the VCR. We're going to take a look at what will become next week's show. If I can just direct your attention over the...
Boy, this is